Need advice? Download the free Hello Doctor app on any mobile phone and connect with our doctors right away for reliable personal advice. Go to hellodoctor.com and chat to a doctor anytime, anywhere for less than the cost of an apple a day. For the past several months, the world's focus has been on Nelson Mandela. Today, though, our focus shifts to another great Mandela, Zoleka, the granddaughter of South Africa's most admired statesman. Now, despite what many believe, being a Mandela doesn't shelter you from the hardships and challenges that every South African has to face: pain, loss, and illness. Zoleka has had first-hand experience with all of those. Zoleka, great to have you in studio.
Thank you so much.
My opening question you could probably write a book about, but how has being a Mandela impacted your life?
It's most certainly impacted my life positively. I've been given so many opportunities and platforms to obviously share my story and have that well received. Had I not been a Mandela, I think it wouldn't have received the kind of impact that I'm trying to do with my life, and that is trying to save and change people's lives. I know that when I'm given these opportunities to sit in front of you and to speak to your viewers and have my readers go through my book, that people are paying attention to what I'm saying and are listening to what I'm saying. So.
Yeah. But tell me about your book. So When Hope Whispers, it's an intensely personal book. It's a painful book of some of the real adversity that you've struggled with. What were you hoping to achieve with a book like that?
I wanted to be a source of inspiration to a lot of people. I'm not the only person to have gone through breast cancer, who's been diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm not the only person to have lost my 2 kids. I'm not the only person who has struggled with addiction for many years. And so I wanted to be that whisper of hope to a lot of people who are struggling on their own journeys.
There are some elements of the book that talk about regrets. I mean, writing about the addiction, for example. I mean, was that some way of dealing with those regrets that you have?
I think when you're emotionally broken and destroyed, I think you tend to look for validation in others and in so many things. And for me, I think my inability to deal with my sexual abuse as a child and my physical abuse as a child made it all that more easier to sort of be so dependent on the drugs and the alcohol, which took up so much of my life and took up so much of my parenting life. But again, I'm hoping that people see me as a testament that, despite all your challenges and everything that you've gone through, there's still life. I'm clean and sober today. I'm over 3 years clean and sober, and, it can happen. Everybody deserves a second chance, and that's what I'm trying to do with my book.
That's good. But let's go back to a not so good place just for a moment. No parent should ever lose a child.
No.
You've lost 2 children. Zoleka, how do you deal with that? I mean, how do you move on?
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one, and I'm always asked that question. How do you deal with the loss of 2 kids? And I find that word "deal" so difficult to digest myself.
Because you never do.
Yeah, because you never do. I mean, it's something that I wake up to every day. I wake up to that reality that my daughter's not here and my son is not here. But I think the best way for me is to take it one day at a time, but most importantly, to find ways that I believe are celebrating my kids. And that is to be a better mother. For example, with my daughter, it's the Zanani Mandela campaign that was launched in her honor. And, my daughter loved kids, and she loved education and music. And so I'm trying to celebrate her and doing things like the road safety, where we're trying to decrease the number of deaths on our roads, particularly with kids.
That's right.
So it's things like that, I think, that keep me
That's a
going
significant legacy, isn't it? Because aren't motor vehicle accidents one of the biggest killers of kids over 10 worldwide?
Absolutely.
People don't realize that.
Absolutely. And nobody should ever have to go through what my family and I have gone through. And I think that's what we're trying to do with this campaign, is to try and protect our kids, obviously, and reduce the number of deaths on the road. And it's been amazing that we've had so much support. And we've had so many people affiliate themselves to the campaign.
How can we get involved in the campaign?
Well,
aside from driving safely, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, behaving safely on the road, that is, taking that pledge. I think being more responsible, They can go onto the website, our website, the Zinani Mandela campaign website.
Great, it's on your screen right now.
It is. So these bands, Zinani Mandela bands, can be ordered online, and obviously the proceeds go to various road safety projects that cater for kids in underdeveloped countries. And you have the road, these tags that you can also order online in the booklet that comes with.
Zoleka, if we had to step back for a moment and just kind of in closing, if someone had to say to you in passing, you've got a few seconds with them, how do you survive? How do you deal with adversity? How do you stay beautiful and strong and keep that smile on your face? What's that deep down secret?
I think knowing that it's never too late to make the right choices.
What a great tweet. There you have it. Tweet it right now. It's never too late to make the right choices. Yeah. You know, to overcome just one of the challenges that Zoleka has faced would be life-changing, but to have not only survived but thrived after all that has happened is truly remarkable, and it is a real inspiration to all of us. You are a real inspiration, Zoleka. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do I get a hug?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Need advice? Download the free Hello Doctor app on any mobile phone and connect with our doctors right away for reliable personal advice. Go to hellodoctor.com and chat to a doctor anytime, anywhere for less than the cost of an apple a day.